I'm crouching here in Studio 2, and in a few moments Lotto draw 1829 will take place. The likelihood is it'll be a lotto draw like any other. The balls will go around, some will be selected, some won't be selected. But in the case that something does go wrong, it's great to know there are people here who know how to handle it, to expect the unexpected.
Rex, what sort of things could go wrong out there tonight?
The machine might stop, that's about all. Well, that's about all really.
We do what we're trained to do. Should get through it okay.
Despite their essential roles on Australia's highest rating television show, Rex Cairns and Roger Boland are not well known. They are lotto officials, dedicating their evenings to serving the Aussie punter. Most Australians see their job as easy, requiring little more than an officious nod and an ability to count. What people don't realise is that before every draw these men are preparing, setting up the machines, practising and re-practising their emergency procedures.
Emergency draw procedures. Anything goes wrong, keep your cool.
One night, the emergency procedure drills paid off.
Let's get into it. We've got a big.
It started out as a typical lotto night, but then, suddenly, the draw was thrown into crisis.
Looks like we've lost some lighting.
No crisis, we were there. So there was nothing wrong with the machines, they were working properly. There was really nothing wrong with the draw, so there was no point in stopping it. I just wrote down the numbers as Gavin called them, because I couldn't see them. I was quite relieved when I went over and checked were the numbers he'd called. He'd done a very good job.
It's like carols by candlelight. Has anyone got a match?
Has there been a memorable sort of mishap that you can recall during a time when you've got to be very quiet?
I can't think of any that happened during the actual draw. Although in rehearsal I've fallen off the chair twice. So.
Do people ever stop you and say that they've seen you on TV?
Well, we're only on Saturday nights now for a moment or two, and the picture's so small. They'd have to be someone that knew you intimately to recognise you. No, we were just faceless men and women.
But for Roger, it's a different story.
You know, you go into a bank, for example, and they say, well, I know you from somewhere. I can't quite pin where I know you from. And you don't really let on where you're from. You say, oh, you must have met you in a pub somewhere. It doesn't happen that often, but it does.
Do you ever tape the draw?
Oh, look, you know, I could tell a lie. No, of course. I mean, I think everybody did on this panel. Yeah, I did. But I think it's more the wife that did it.
With the recent downgrading of their on-screen profiles, the grand old lottery official tradition of the cursory nod has begun to die out. Rex Cairns, however, is fighting the trend.
I occasionally try and give a nod, but it's a very short period of time now, and it's a very small picture.
Well, if you had to rehearse your nod now, how would you do it?
My nod, I'd just go...
Lotto draw 1829 went ahead without incident. But for me, it's a show in need of an edge. For too long, lotteries have been portrayed as being about winners and losers. It's about time people worked out that the real heroes are the supervisors, and real heroes need real airtime.
Lucky the man knew nothing about his win till he received a call from our lottery officials on Monday morning.